free streaming platforms. Tried to hold your boy down for a minute, but they really couldn't do that. Guess they tried to remove me from Facebook momentarily since your good friend Mark Zuckerberg decided to allow people to put free speech and their opinions back into the game. Back at it. Craftmatic. There you go, baby. So, yes, I'm here with no fear. And we are in 2025, still starting into the new year. See how I made that rhyme? Last night I had a show. It was really something of an eye opener. For some reason, my connections did not go through. Don't know why. I had everything hooked up properly, but the powers that be didn't want my show to be broadcast, so I want to do it again today. We're gonna pump up the jam. There we go. Yes, everybody. Uh huh. So yeah, today's topics are the same topics I had last night: designer babies, technology, the government projects, and the wool over your eyes. Same four subjects I had yesterday that somehow I was blocked on social media platforms and couldn't speak my mind. So today we're going to do it all over again today. I got time. And plus today is President's Day. I want to wish you a happy President's Day out there. You know, we know recently the president elect allowed multiple different files to be released, stating that the President JFK was assassinated by multiple different individuals. And it's more details into that. We heard about MLK and all the stuff about how they were probing him, because that was released too also. So we're coming closely out of the Aquarius realm into a new one, but information and knowledge is still here. Um, there's a lot of earthquakes, a lot of flooding going on, a lot of different chemtrail events. We have this, I think it's a fog going on. Fog seems to be very mysterious, flashing lights everywhere, multiple different signs being seen in the heavens, rumors of war, different events taking place. We see these two countries are releasing hostages. We see all these things happening right now. This is the Rose Room discussion, and I'm bringing it to you right now, today. Once again, I wanted to say happy President's Day to everybody out there. I am back at it, Craftmatic, with the skills to let you have it, dagnabbit. I guess they try to block me from being on social media platforms, but thanks to our good friend, the owner, he let me right back in. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Um, the first topic I wanted to speak on is the fact about designer babies. Now, I know this was a topic that came up in 2003 briefly. It came to light around 2000 and I think 19, and then it went on thus far to be a phenomenon for real. Like it was really a issue in 2022 because they were stating that it was different celebrities who already had partaken in this event of having designer children. With this said, to me, I'm not here to pretty much judge anybody, but I'm stating to you that this is another event that we should be preparing for mentally and spiritually. And mentally and spiritually, um, I'm on my show right now. Sorry about that. Apologize, family member. Um, Yeah, this is something that we should be really truly looking at because in spirituality, we're looking at children being born in an incubator. We're looking at these type of small embryos that are now being pumped with different type of chemicals or attributes that are going to put them in a, I guess, a format to where which a person can design them, like how you can design clothing. Remember a build a bear? That's something that you design. That's pretty crazy. How this is going to be a real true event. There's a few celebrities that have these children already. I think one of them is the pianist, great performer Elton John. I think he was one of the ones who has a child that is a designer baby. Once again, I have nothing against anybody from the LGBTQ community. I'm just stating that this is going to be something that we're going to have to prepare for because, as we can see, with the recent situation of last year and the year before that, with the pronunciations of a person's gender, gender identity, and multiple genders being brought into the situation. We have so many now. Um, I guess this president, he pretty much wrote into law to overturn those laws. So we're not sure what's going to happen with that. But as you can see already, a lot of things are changing very briefly, quickly, swiftly. With with the designer children, it's really a, I guess, how can I state this? Another event that's going to be very traumatic to a lot of people because a lot of people believe in the Catholic Church, the Christian Church. They believe in the Orthodox way of certain different religions. They believe in the Baptists. They believe in different religions that follow the whole means of a man and a woman procreating. And then you're going to have people against that. Then you're going to have people that are going to be pro life that's going to be against them. Then you're going to have people that's going to be standing up for human rights that's going to be against them, and thus far on. Um, so what are we going to do? Because these children are not going to be born to a natural parent, so they won't have a surrogate parent with them. They're going to have a robotic parent with them. We've been seeing the movies recently with these children that are born from a, uh, I guess a you would call this autonomous android that has human flesh type skin, but has robotics built into it and has an incubator type of thing for the stomach for the child to grow. But the minerals and the DNA that is feeding the child is for a purpose to build it to be in a structure that they want that is designed for the child. Um, this to me is a very, I would say, odd type of situation because now you're dealing with human genetics. You're dealing with people tampering with somebody's actual existence. You're dealing with man playing the most high. You know, what's to stop people from taking the genes of a spider and putting into a human? What's for them to stop taking the genes of um a jellyfish? They have the jellyfish that's called the immortal jellyfish. This jellyfish does not die. It pretty much regenerates itself. So what happens if it gets sick or it gets ill or it gets a parasite or anything's wrong with it, it will destroy all of its limbs, all of its connections. It will start over again as a small, I think it's like an inch or a half type of bean, and then it will grow all over again. It keeps doing this over and over again. It never dies. It's called the immortal jellyfish. Look it up. Do your research. So, if we have human beings born with this gene, what's to stop some of these people from being madmen and these villains that we see on Gotham, on DC Comics, on Marvel Comic Universe? What's to stop? What are we going to be living in next? A damn cartoon, sci-fi movie? because this is going to get very odd. Um, with that said, um, there's different companies that are buying into this already. They're already paying. They already paid the DNA of movie stars, actors. And another thing that you should be very concerned about, Gilgamesh. They found his DNA. They found also um, Nimrod. They found his tomb and his DNA. King Tut, Ramsey, multiple different entities that were rulers in the past that were very violent and narcissists and had no type of care or no type of emotions or didn't really even see anybody as a human being and picture themselves as gods. um these type of DNAs can be brought back through money, wealth. um and we're looking at different entities from different eras of time. I guess they're looking probably for, what's the other guy name? Genghis Khan. They're looking for people of his. They already were doing this with the DNA of a woolly mammoth. They were bringing it to different, I guess it was different type of elephants and sticking their embryos to make this. They said this was done probably in 2010. So we're in 2025. I'm pretty sure they already have cloned a woolly mammoth somewhere in some government facility that we don't even know about. Because, like I was stating, just like these designer babies, this is an old idea that was brought into life, and it comes from the same country who brought us these uh, virus situations. On top of that, these same companies that are participating in this are the same companies who bought the vaccines and placed the vaccines into people. So what are we going to have, another catastrophic event probably? And then think about this. If the technology gets leaked on how to create these designer babies by yourself, just like the technology was leaked for people to create ghost guns, who's to say that there won't be people making bootleg or underground places creating the same thing? Think about it. If they were making ghost guns that were illegal with switches on there to go around and harm people, who's to state now that people won't get the same type of technology um, fix on creating designer babies? And now you can make them any way you want to. You can take a damn alligator man and mix it with a damn NBA player with the speed of a cheetah and teach him how to be a straight stone cold murderer. And he'll run around here with the speed of light, killing people and breaking through walls. That's what I'm saying to you. If it becomes so crazy to where there's no holes, bars on this, because like I state, everything that they create is somebody else on the black market or the black web or the dark web creating the same thing or has some type of outlet to get a hold of it. And that's another thing. They never still have gotten rid of the dark web. And so you're dealing with people who have not gotten rid of these small little entities and made them into a complex beings to where which they have access to everything. Um, who's to say that these same people on the dark web won't get access to the designer baby type of code decoding and information and software, and now start selling it on the black market to the highest bidder? Remember, we know about the Mr. Diddler. I don't want to say his name because I don't go into celebrity gossip. I got tongue tied. I apologize. And how they were able to tell everybody how he was selling videos on the dark web, which that's how he got caught, of other celebrities, penises, vaginas. I think they was talking about females who like anal sex. They had all these videos. It was very sickening. I was able to get a image too, from the web, from a person that was on a site. The person has went ghost. I'm not sure if something happened to them because they were throwing out pictures, and it was a picture of Mr. Epstein, and he's burning a 11-year-old Cuban girl. He's burning her with a um I think an eyeglass. What do you call those things again? I forgot the name of them. But the thing that she used to use to burn ants with, he's burning her with one of those. So this is how deep this stuff can go. You know what I mean? We're looking at technology that has no limits or no barriers to it. And if we're looking at the gender situation here in the world now, where people can be whatever they want to be, what's going to stop them from doing whatever they want to do with this technology? You see what I mean? What's going to stop them from creating more mass type of things to create more chaos? This is a very scary subject. And if you don't think it's something that is going to cause you any type of situation in the future, you should be very, very weary, because if things like this are able to go awry, you don't know what can go awry after that. What are we looking at? Living in the next cyberpunk in reality? With men with horse heads, human bodies, frog legs, human bodies, up top with android arms like a robot and a damn dinosaur's head. What are we looking at? What is the limitation? We already are allowing people to do whatever they want to. It's people out here I'm seeing dressed up as cats and dogs, and they identify as being a manimal or something like that. I'm not sure what they call them. There was a girl I go to school with. She dresses up like a cat. She just does little jump stunts and stuff like that, and they allow her to do this. And then she goes back and does what she wants to do normally. But when she feels like she wants to be a cat manimal, she can go be a manimal, you know? And then she's back at it again, talking with people like it's normal. So what I'm saying to you is that reality dictates fate. What we're seeing in our reality dictates the fate of our future in this society. What these movies depict is what's being shown to us, is what's truly going to happen in society in the future. You see what I mean? The technology that we've seen in all these movies of flying cars, phones, sharing information at a speed of light, all this stuff has came to tuition right now. We're all seeing it right now. We're seeing it as for what it is in real time. We're seeing people from different countries can now communicate by internet. I can buy anything from you. You can sell me anything. You know, this is a real deep, true subject that we should be looking at. And on top of that, we're looking at not only that, I've done some research myself, and some of these companies are near other places that have some very sinister things going on. Um, I'm going to get into that on my next topic. The next topic, which is technology, which will link back to the designer babies. And I want to show you how this links into each other. This is the Rose Room discussion. I'm going to play another slapper slumper, and then I'm going to come back and talk about the next topic, which is technology and how it links into the designer babies. All right, all right. This is the Rose from Discussion with MLRose. All rights reserved by Trademark Intelligent Sounds. That was a slapper slumper called My House. That is available on social media platforms, music platforms, streaming platforms, and also on SoundCloud for free. Yeah. So the next topic I wanted to talk about that links to the designer babies is technology and how this can play a part in building things that may cause catastrophic events or may cause a whole new change of idealism or make and create a whole new gender society of people identifying as something way beyond what we can even understand or comprehend. Because, like I stated, now you have people that are identifying as whatever they claim they want to be, and there's no means of stopping them to do so. And which I have nothing against it because I'm not here to um, punish anybody. I'm not here to tell somebody that they cannot be who they want to be. I'm not here to become a racial dividing person of dictating what a person can and cannot do with their own body and their own mind, spirit, and soul. I just don't want nobody hurting, forcing, or creating a narrative where other people have to be, placed into a position where they have to pick and choose whether or not they have to join or not join and then be isolated due to that specific situation. See what I mean? Um, Recently last year we had the remember we had the eclipse. Now, I know some people were not paying attention to it because people in America don't really pay attention to anything anymore. Everything is what we call microwave mindset. So if it's cooking at the moment and it smells good, everybody chooses to jump in and eat it. You see what I mean? Until they find out later on what the true ingredients is and they go on to the next thing. They don't really, we're in a microwave mindset. We're pretty much quick to cook, quick to do it, quick to be involved with it, quick to want to see it, quick to know what's going on. And it's always about the quick, quick, fast, 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 quick, 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 quick. Where's this going? People are running here like the Flash. They don't really have any type of time to stop and smell the roses and look at society and just relax and really get an idealism of what's going on around them. We have tribes, we have different groups that are becoming extinct, we have animals that are becoming extinct, we have things that are going on, but technology has taken people's minds so far away from everything, we don't understand what and who we are anymore. And we're fighting over nothing more but useless, wasteless, you know, things, you know, and it's really deep and it's impacting a lot of people. And in third world countries like in Africa, the stuff that we use to for these cell phones and this type of stuff that we use for this Wi-Fi and all these other type of small little um, details that are put into these devices come from people that are enslaved still. They still have a such thing as chocolate slaves. I'm pretty sure people that have education out there know about these things in Africa, which they have them in places where they're cutting down large bushes that are to produce chocolate. They also have people out there that are being enslaved to do what we call labor for coffee beans in places of Africa. This stuff still goes on. Third world countries, South America, people are still, you know, being treated like non-humans. Tribes are going extinct. People's cultures are going extinct, but technology is still beating everything. And why I'm saying this is because if we look at the designer children and we're looking at what I was telling you about previously about last year, how the eclipse came and how certain companies were doing things very, I guess, how can I state this, under the radar, with which CERN had shot up 3 missiles. Nobody really knew what that was about. Why were they shooting 3 missiles into the sky? Their particle accelerator was running that same day as the eclipse. The previous eclipse had crossed over the same area. But one thing I wanted to point out is that a gentleman that is on YouTube, I forgot his name. I want to get his name in the next show. He made a good point. He said that when both of the eclipses came, they crossed over one area in Illinois. Now, through this time of Illinois, we know Chicago, Illinois, in that area has had a lot of catastrophic deaths. But did you know they had a particle accelerator there too also? A laboratory that collaborates with scientists all over the world, researchers that operates, that experiments on these different particles. Remember, they're trying to find the God particle. They have found the first dimension, the second dimension, the third, and they also have found what they call the fourth, which is a ghost particle. You know what I mean? So, what I was trying to tie into the first topic about the designer children is that when these children are born in these robotic incubators and their embryos being injected with stuff, what's to say that these ghost particles that they're experimenting on are not actual souls from another dimension of hell, Hades, other places that we think are fictional, are places that we don't know about because we don't have the true means of scientific genius and we don't have the government supplies and technology and knowledge to understand how these people are doing these things. So we don't know really, right? So if these people are extracting dead souls and spirits, they're able to take DNA. Remember, designer children, they can bring back bone fragment DNA, break it down, put it back into the child, regrow the person, the same person that died hundreds of years ago, put all the DNA back into him. Now go into a particle accelerator, pull out a ghost particle from a dimension that we don't know nothing about, from information and technology that has came from eons ago, from different type of groups that rule this planet, which they keep locked away in the Smithsonian and also in where the Pope is at, um, the Vatican, and detailed books and things of that nature because the Enoch, they had a lot of theories of information and scientific information that also went along with the information of the Most High. Because if you believe in the Most High, you have to believe in science, you have to believe in physics, you have to believe in mathematics, you have to believe in sociology, you have to believe in all these other things because they all tie into one that is with the Most High. That's why you're able to speak, have knowledge in your brain, able to calculate things, know your footsteps, your movements, critical think. These are all attributes of life, lessons, but they're supposed to be followed in a certain manner. But with the mankind's mindset, like people, like I stated to you, these past rulers, such as your friend um, Gilgamesh and Nimrod, they had a don't give a fuck type of attitude, which they just ruled over people with brute strength and power and knowledge. And they cap it for themselves, which that's why we had kings in those days. Now we have governments and presidents, dictators. We have people now that we put into positions that are the same as the past. Whatever is in the past is in the future. What do they say? The old saying, whatever is done under the sun has been done before. It's nothing new. It's just been changed into a different format. So the technology that they used a long time ago, when you seen on the Egyptian walls where they had men walking around with fucking horse heads and cat faces and alligator heads, what are they bringing thus forth now with these designer children? What are they coming up with now with these ghost particles pulling them out of different realms? What are they trying to do when they make the God particle? Because the God particle means that now you can create a whole civilization. You can create your own small mini planets. The Big Bang Theory. So with this being done, and a company that is based in United States in one of the most dangerous areas, Illinois, not too far away from Chicago, where they had multiple murders. Remember, Chicago had it lit for a while, and that energy was coming from somewhere that we don't even know where it was coming from. And remember, young dudes was talking about how the guns was thrown on the streets. Why were they put on the streets? Where was these guns coming from? These is guns you see on damn GTA, on Black Ops. I see one little skinny ass dude walking around with a damn bazooka. I said, how the hell would he get a bazooka? This man probably can't even spell bazooka. But he's able to operate and get a gun, a firearm out of nowhere because of demonic energy that is needed for sacrifice. And then another thing about these places like CERN and this other place that's located in America that is equivalent to CERN, has the same laboratories and does the same particle accelerator experiments and has a complex budget and also is an industry supported by the US. Um, they're all in a group that we don't have no understanding and true knowledge about what they do, who they are. And on top of that, there's multiple different murders that have happened at both of these places. What would make a person that makes $100,000 every 6 months want to quit? Meaning that within 6 months, you have 200, close to $300,000. You're living the best life of your life at a young age as a young, brilliant genius. What would make you want to jump off of a 12-story building, hang yourself, murder yourself, commit suicide? What did you see in those places? Something had you so boggled and scared to death, you wanted to kill yourself. And if you don't believe me, do your research once again. Go online and look at the different mysterious murders. And some of these things can be called rituals too, also for sacrificial, you know, um, entities or deities, which, like I stated to you, would also link to why this place is located where? In Illinois, near Chicago, not too far away from it, where the most sacrifices were going down, most murders of young black kids, young black men, women, children, slaughtered, where they had the big, gigantic abortion bus during the Democratic Party for you know who, this woman who was pushing abortion amongst black women in Chicago who are already dealing with genocide and dealing excuse me, dealing with all kind of catastrophic events going on around them. Just crisis after crisis. And you're telling me the last thing you have left as a woman of your dignity and your pride is to be a woman and have birth to give human life a chance through you, the creation of the Most High, and somebody want to take that last thing away from you? That's crazy work. Just think about it. And you have this company there, and all of a sudden you have mysterious guns being thrown on the streets. And you don't see this as a connection and spirits and energy moving around during the same year as these different, you know, events happening. And the devil's comet yet last year, the same comet that had something to do with destroying all of the so-called what we would call prehistoric life. On top of that, we have an eclipse, two eclipses, and they cross the same place like X marks the spot, like the gentleman stated. In the same place where they just sent a big, large machine that they showed on YouTube to this place that came from the same place of CERN. They sent them another machine that would help them accelerate the particle accelerator into the highest capacity so it can be up and running. What are they really doing? Nobody knows. Nobody is really worried about it because, like I said to you, technology has us on microwave mindset. We're only here to see what's really the new and hot thing. Things like this we don't look at. And all this information of designer children coming from the same people who created the vaccines, the same companies buying these things. The same companies are linked into these same areas with this company right here that's running these particle cells under the damn ground, of which you don't know what the hell they're doing, which is creating all this mass wild energy. And the murder spree just goes up in these places. And if it is the murder spree going up, the sexual activity is crazed because where they're from and that other place, there's a lot of bisexuality now. Not only that, they have allowed a lot of people from another country to come into the country, and they have mass gangs now. So they don't teach you this on the news when you're watching the news. Go and do your history and look it up. What's going on in Sweden and those places like that, in the Netherlands, and all these other places now. You remember when your friend Biden and all these other countries let these people in um last year in 2023? And remember during the war that was going on, and from different places of the Middle East, they allowed people into countries. Now there's problems going on in all these places they allow them in. There's gang violence. Most of these places like that, they were not even prepared for these type of mindsets of people. So they're having catastrophic events going on. And you can see the energy there is the same way as here in United States in places like Chicago or Illinois itself. So once again, just look at it. X marks the spot. Three missiles go up into the sky. Eclipses, the devil's comet, earthquakes. You have different signs going on in the sky every day. Chemtrails, mysterious fog, lights going on and off all over the place, catastrophic events happening back and forth, flooding. The rain situation here in Northern California has never been like this. We have never had a river, atmospheric river storm in its multitude like this, back to back to back to back to back. It's just now dying down. So it's letting you see it's really getting wild out here. Off the coast, volcanoes becoming active again. And think about it. The volcanoes coming active in the same place near where this is taking place at. Where the other particle accelerator is not too far away from. What are they really doing? Growing embryo children in labs that have no actual true soul and pumping them full of designs of DNA from lost entities that were evil demonic worshippers, that were killers and mass murderers. And now we're finding particles, ghost particles. What is a ghost? A spirit. What do spirits do when they are unrest? They hunt people. So you telling me you bringing back something that's evil, that's hunting and scaring the hell out of people and kids and other people and giving people nightmares, and you bringing it into a embryo and rebirthing this type of entity back into our timeline? Some psychotic ass individual that probably done murdered 100 people and doesn't even care about doing it. This is deep. On top of all these things going on top of that, if you look at Washington, D.C., all these officials are selling their houses. If you look at California, other places, all these officials are selling their property and their land. They're trying to get immunity to other countries. What is going on? Technology is showing you that there's people with actual bunkers inside of mountains where the fee is like $300,000 just to move in. Average person does not have that. And you don't know what the rent is. The rent can be $100,000 a month. So, what is this telling you? In the Bible, it tells you that all this was going to happen. That's why I stated to you, you have to believe in science to order to believe in the Most High, to believe in logic, to believe in the spirituality of these different realms of knowledge, information, mathematics. All these things calculate together. They all give you insight to something. And that's why you're seeing all this stuff happen around you in real time. We're seeing people human traffic. And another thing about this, they can build children just to have sex with them. They can make children just to eat them. Have you thought about that? These are things that's going on that are catastrophic, way out of proportion. And it's happening so rapidly, it's getting much and much more of a numbing type feeling for everybody, which people act like they don't care no more. I live in the Bay Area. I drive every now and then to Oakland area, every now and then. Place is like a war zone, and I'm not too far away from it. That's crazy. That's crazy work. San Francisco looks like a hellhole. There's just people walking around passed out on the streets with needles in their arms everywhere, doing fentanyl, ISO, and every type of damn drug that can numb them. These people get disability, social security. They got people coming in from other countries selling big dope. Ain't nobody picking these people up off the streets. They selling big dope all over the place. I don't think that this stuff went away. Yeah, you hear about the president doing certain things, but this is a bigger event that you can understand and we can even comprehend in a logical term. We don't even know it's a spiritual war. Because if they're growing things in a laboratory to create things that you don't understand and bringing particles that you can't even see, and you don't even know that's moving around you and bringing energy around you that's demonic and unknown to you, you can't even identify what's happening around you at this point in time because your mind is so gone into technology and what's happening in this microwave mindset. With that, I'm going to go to my next topic. The next topic is the government projects, the G men. What are they doing? What are they up to? I'm going to link that into both of my first two topics. I'm going to leave you with a slapper slumper. I'm going to come back and we're going to do the same thing that we always do. All right. It's the Rose Room discussion hosted by MLRose, trademark Intelligent Sounds. So I just seen a recent post about a company that is bringing back another vaccine that should be ready by March. So just think about this. They're bringing back another vaccine. I just told you about the G Men and these different agencies that they have doing different things right under your eyes. The designer children, the particle accelerators, the missiles that were launched into the sky, the unknown ghost particles, all these different amounts of money being spent. Um, we're looking at the party that tried to go to Chicago, Illinois, and have multiple black women abort their children. Also, taking DNA and blood samples, you know, and all these events going on around you. The mysterious fog, one. We just seen that the doctor who in 2018 and 19 is now being placed on federal indictments for his part in those vaccines. And now they're bringing out another one. Just think about that. This man is going to be held in a court of his peers and a jury there to testify against him of what he did with these type of different vaccines, and they're bringing out another one. Another one. They're the best. See what I mean? Another one for your home to test your immune system when nobody's around, where you can drop dead from injecting something or putting something in your nose that you don't even know what the hell you putting in your nose just because they tell you, right? So that's what this microwave mindset is. Like I said, whatever's hot coming out the microwave, everybody's jumping on it. They want to get a taste of it because it's quick to make, it's fast. It's not a home cooked meal. Can't see the ingredients. You don't know what the fuck it is inside of there. It's made in some type of fucking unknown place that puts together mush, mash, and everything else and make it look good with chemicals and then serve it to your ass. And you're ready to chomp it all up and digest it until next week till your eyeballs pop out and your hair fall out. There you go. So the G men, right? The G men. I'm gonna call them the G men. The G men P project. Well, the G men projects are people who create these type of mindsets. So when they put together a idealism in a think tank from critical thinking, they're gonna think about how to lure people in, like the last pandemic. They're gonna think about how to make people panic, like the last pandemic. Remember the mask? Everybody had to have those on. Remember the 5 feet? People was damn near ready to kill each other. Remember I told you, it was a gentleman, two black African American gentlemen, my same nationality. Well, I'm Afro Indigenous. They may be another type of African or African American. Were ready to fight each other over baby wipes and some damn spray. You know, the Lysol. But the funny thing about it is that when we're at the store that we at, the big, let's say the big W, Wally Mart, um, the gentleman keeps telling everybody that they're running out of the canisters of the spray. And people are fighting, they're motherfucking, motherfucking, they're getting all riled up, getting amped up. They getting hyphy, they getting wild. People, I came all the way here. Their voices is raising. People fighting. I said, damn, these motherfuckers is out here fighting over toothpaste, tissue, baby wipes. And what the gentleman did very sneaky that I noticed was that every time he'll put a certain amount out on the shelf and let people act like wild animals, then he'll go in the back and say, oh, I found a little more. And then they'll act like wild animals again. Then later on, we come to find out none of this ish wasn't even real. So now they're talking about bringing it back. Think about that. The G Men, they run game on us, plays that we've never seen before. They're a team that has a victory of 100 wins, no losses. We have 100 losses, no wins. These niggas is running all types of plays around us. They running on the sidelines. They throwing it over our head. They digging under the ground, making touchdowns. They can do whatever they want to do because look, if your microwave mindset is like this to where they can tell you what's coming and you believe it and you're getting prepared for it, psychologically they already got you. Because now what you're gonna do? You're gonna put on your special gear. You're gonna put all this stuff on. Go outside looking crazy, arguing with people, fighting for people to get out of your way and for your family member has to came first and you know, I've been in line, you gotta keep your 5 feet away from me. It's the government order. Remember how people were acting? It was crazy work out here. I'm talking about these people was acting weird. Remember you don't remember in the other country where they had people bent over opening their assholes? You don't remember this? And they had sticking thermometers up their ass? This was in China to test their temperature up their ass to see if they had that virus. Now, can you imagine it being a grown ass man and you can lift 300 pounds and a man's telling you to bend your ass over, to stick a thermometer up your ass to test to see if you have the virus and you have to comply with this in front of other people? This was done in broad daylight. They had robots telling their ass to go back into the house. Remember, these are the same companies that's also with um the DNA that's basically being taken from American citizens that were sold to companies out there, which all of a sudden a virus comes, which brings that type of whole situation from that whole country all the way here and causes catastrophic events. And now the same country is creating designer babies that are brought here to this country that people are capitalizing on in companies, which are linked to all these other type of G-men groups and these different projects that they're running upon us like as if we're just nothing more but human experiments on a daily basis to be used. Think about it. We're not prepared for none of these things. We have no psychological mindset on how to grow our own vegetables. We are dependent on the government. We cannot go off and build our own houses anywhere on this land. We can't even go off the radar because remember, the government owns property. And if it's not the government, it's who else owns the next property? The state, the county, the military. So you can't really go anywhere off on just a fluke and just go live your own life out in the mountains somewhere without being seen, heard, watched, and told what you can and cannot do. Because remember, these people are the big winners. They the best. Like Khaled. They don't lose. They make hits. And if they're able to tell you that it's good to make a designer baby that has the features of a beautiful light skinned man with eyes of a damn cheetah and a beautiful, dark, beautiful, luxurious hair of a man from Pakistan and the strength of an African Zulu warrior and the penis of a big dick African and the dialogue of an exotic South American man that speaks nothing but beautiful Spanish accent, wording, Latin, that can indulge you with all kind of different sexual pleasures. You would fucking go with it. See how that sounds? Got you already hot and bothered just talking about it right there. That's how quick they can get you with this microwave mindset because it sounds so good. Because you're already conditioned to follow everything they tell you. Like I said to you, if they tell everybody to put a lizard on the back of their ass and stitch it to the back of their ass lizard tail, everybody in America would do it because they'll tell you, "Oh, it's protein, it's good for your body, it's good for your skin, it's good for your teeth, it makes you stronger, it makes you think faster, you become like a lizard, you can heal faster. The DNA within that can come to your body and mold into your skin, and it can build into your muscles, and it can give." And all they got to go do is get an old Negro that does civil rights, that worked for them for years, that'll march down and go to any type of place and, "Oh, we come together, we'll do it. Yeah, come on down." And you'll go follow this shit because he says to do it. And he stated that it's a good thing for us and we should support this because they support black people. The lizard tail people, they love us too. They love us. They like chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and lizard tails. You know what the fuck this nigga's talking about. Nobody knows. But yet and still, because he's there and he looks like somebody that's prominent and he has some type of fucking officials with him and a G man behind him. Oh, it's a go. It's official. It's a wrap. Let's all go do it. Remember, we had motherfucking rappers out here talking about go vax that ass up. Why? See how easy they can manipulate you? Like I said, we're not prepared for anything. If war was to come right now, we are not prepared. We ain't even prepared for this different gender identification. We don't even know how to handle this. People don't know what to do when a man is in the restroom with titties and a long dick and your daughter got to go in there and go pee. You don't know what to do with that. Let alone what you know what to do with a fucking designer baby, man. That's a half man, half baby with an elephant dick and large feet like a damn Sasquatch. And they telling you he has legal rights of a human being and he can walk around and pee all over the damn place because that's his right to be who he is and he identifies as who he does. And plus, the government told you you better fucking follow along with it because if you don't, your ass is gonna be seen as evil. See what I mean? And behind that, they got a particle accelerator that gives him energy, and he needs that to rejuvenate. And since your fucking hair is falling out and everything around you is dying from cancer, you don't need to worry about that. Long as you are getting along with people and loving people and showing that you love them. And you can put up with the fucking half dinosaur man, half baby man walking around with his penis out because he identifies who he identifies as penis baby dinosaur man. So think about that. And the G men tell you that this is the right play to run because once again, remember, they're the best. Get prepared for a new virus or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know what they call it. I said a virus. I apologize. Uh, virus, but you can call it a virus too also. But yeah, get prepared for another one because somehow now they have another one coming out. You know, I don't know what the fuck this one is gonna be called. We had the Imnatron, Unicron, the Micron, the Galvatron. By the time it's over with, nigga, you'll be a Decepticon. You don't know what you're gonna be. That's what I'm saying to you. This stuff is crazy. And they're just doing it all around us every day. Like I said to you, what's going on with these different types of fog in the air and these small little particles in the fog? What's up with that? Every day we see the trails in the sky. The sky will be beautiful. All of a sudden we see a plane passing by with a long ass white line, and the next thing you know, the sky is fucking ugly and it's raining and storming. We don't know what's going on. We got drones passing by every day over our head, remember? And another thing you should know about those drones is that most of those drones are linked to areas that are owned by these other same countries who created these viruses. who own farming lands here that are connected with another person. Now, I'm just going to tell you the gate, that's all I'm going to state to you, has partnered with a lot of these people growing your food. And from these same farms, here comes all of these sightings of these large drones. Chemicals come out, lights going on and off, sky's funny, earthquakes, flooding, tsunamis. What's going on here? We don't know really. All we know is these people are 100-0. They have not lost. And no team we can put together can win against them because we don't know how to come together and just concentrate for one moment without being under a microwave mindset and just losing it that fast. That's my third topic. I'm going to come back with my last and final topic. That is the wool over your eyes. That links everything together. Here's another slapper slumper. Something you can bump. All right, this is MLRose with the Rose Room Discussion podcast show, hosted by me. All rights reserved by trademark Intelligent Sounds. That song is called Intelligent Sounds, which is available on all music streaming platforms. Also available on SoundCloud for free. Um, yeah. First topic, designer children. Second topic was about technology and how the designer children were built by these same companies that's linked to these other groups that brought these viruses, that brought these different vaccines, that are engaged with creating all these different type of machinery that has caused catastrophic events to happen around us, which is also involved with the energy, and the energy also dictates what's happening in our society because reality dictates fate based on what we're seeing on television, and what they're showing us is what they're actually doing in real time. But they're entertaining us with this microwave mindset because this is what we see and we like everything fast and to move quick. And then the G man, they're running so much game around us, we don't even know what's happening because once again, they're the best. And like I wanted to link is that now we're here in this point in time of the age of Aquarius towards the ending, where all the wool is being pulled off of people's eyes. Everybody can see now. We see with this man with the freak offs and him having sex with multiple celebrities, being sold on the dark web. We're seeing that all these things are happening around us. We're seeing sexual predators in real time being taken down. We're seeing groups that were selling ghost guns being taken down. We're seeing certain people that were in law enforcement and government agencies involved with pedophilia and child human trafficking being taken down. We're seeing the gender reveal situation being shown to us. We're seeing how our taxpayers' dollars were spent due to this president now giving transparency onto where all this money was going to. We're seeing how government officials themselves were taken out by our own country. We're seeing everything. The wool has been taken off of our eyes now. Now we can all see it in real time because this technology, remember, is fast paced. It's microwave mindset. We're on a quick, it's burning fast. It's nuclear. You know what I mean? It's electric. Everybody wants to move around. We can get on any social media source and talk to anybody now. I can be talking to somebody way out in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Africa, Europe, Netherlands, Australia, that fast, all due to a push of a button. This is where we're at right now. And all this technology, we have no clue where it really came from because we're looking to live so fast and to move so quick to get everything we want in a small period of time because this is what I say again, the microwave mindset has created in us. We are pretty much conditioned to think this way. We want everything in a fast manner. We want to be heard in a fast manner. We want to be seen in a fast manner. We want the news to know about it in a fast manner. We want to get all the information on websites in a fast manner. We don't know what everybody's doing in a fast manner. We don't know what's going on around. Everything is like the flash. It's moving so quick. And this is also dictated in the Bible that the last days, the days will go by as if it's seconds pretty soon. The seconds will go by as if it's just a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? It would go down and the well smaller and smaller until we will see with our own eyes the Messiah. We will see the Antichrist. We will see everything. Demons, all these things that's here to come. They're already showing you. If they're cloning things and creating things that's unnatural and having you believe in this type of lifestyles is unnatural and you're willing to take it, they're having you given to a psychological mindset to where they can do things to you that's unnatural and you will receive it. And if they're able to tell you what to do and think and you're willing to do it, only thing is left now is for you to really take the wool off of your eyes and see what's going on. Because if you just keep letting somebody dictate who you are, and what you think and what you do with your own life, and who and what you can become and what you should believe, you're pretty much going to be nothing more but a hunk of flesh that is useless, mindless zombie, a sheep led to the slaughter. Wake up. We're having recalls on food every day, more and more, every day. We don't even know what we're eating anymore. Let alone do we know the companies that surround us that's building different accelerators and different machinery and equipment that messes with our vibration of our nervous system, that messes with our brain cells, our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions, that causes us to have all these type of different breakdowns within our systems. We don't know. But what you can do is pull the wool over your eyes and see and take a look at what's going on around you because that's what you have. Your freedom to live your life and to now see it for what it really is, to get a better understanding of what's happening around you in real time. But I know that's a fear for a lot of people because when you take that one pill You know, like the Matrix, you got to choose what side you want to be on. Do you want to choose to live in a Matrix, Mr. Anderson? Or do you want to take that pill and see what's down the rabbit hole and wake up? Because what's going on really around you is a lot of catastrophic events. And the more and more you try to hide yourself from it, the more and more it's going to chase you down until it comes to your door. We're all going to have to deal with it. And rumors of war are being spread, which we don't know could happen, could not happen, because nobody knows the day, the time, the moment, the minute, nothing when the Most High or the Messiah will be here, or whoever or how you call him, Jehovah, the Most High, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, Yahshua, the King of all kings, Elohim. You can dictate however you feel you want to call the Most High, because the Most High is in every existence of all that is in existence. He is all there is, all there was, all there ever will be. He is what I am, and I am what He is. We are all in one here on this plane that we live on. No matter how we like it, we have to see each other tomorrow. Next week, we have to breathe the same air, see the same sun. This is the truth. And now it's time for you to wake up and see it for what it is. Don't be afraid to put your glasses on to get a better perspective and to see clearer. Because this is deep. We're coming right back at it again. The same stuff that we had last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. Get prepared for another lockdown. This time it could be catastrophic to where you cannot make any money. It could be where they can dictate and drop the food off to your home where you can't even leave. We don't know what to think is going to happen. But yet and still, all these officials are selling their houses, selling their companies, selling their businesses, and trying to get immunity and leave while they're telling you that you're sick. What is coming? We don't know, but they do. This is the Rose Room discussion, hosted by MLRose. All rights reserved by Trademark Intelligent Sounds. With this being said, I hope you can wake up. This podcast is based on entertainment purposes. The views discussed on this show are based on theoretical, knowledgeable, educational perspectives. Viewer discretion is advised. I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate you for listening if you have the time to. Like I stated to you, with the designer children, the technology, the G-men, and now it's time to pull the wool from off of your eyes and wake up and see what's going on around you now. Because this is happening in real events. And we don't know how much time we have left. And if you don't find your faith, or you don't find who you are, or you don't know what you are, or you don't know what you're doing in life, you can be led to the slaughter. So I appreciate you listening. Keep your eyes open. Look up, look down, look all the way around. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay real. Stay prayed up. Have faith. Stay true. I'm going to leave you with the last slapper slumper. I'm up out of here. Enjoy yourself. And once again, enjoy this day off, because some of you need it. And a lot of you wanted to relax. You have that time.